All right, Douglas, welcome back to another deep dive. It's great to have you with us as we take a closer look at your latest English lesson.
Yeah, and this one's a real treat for us sports fans.
Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't love a rising star story? And this
We're
time,
talking João Fonseca, this young tennis player from Brazil is making waves and
we've got a fantastic set of sources to help us understand just what makes him so special.
we've got those insightful articles from the Tennis Times and the Rio Times.
And of course, your detailed class notes from Academia BSB.
This deep dive is going to be a slam dunk.
It really is. And hey, while we're talking about impressive performances,
We got to give a shout out to your classmates Mario and Reinaldo.
those guys are seriously killing it in their English classes. Their class stats are,
Off the charts. I mean, their vocabulary's grown by a whopping 91 words.
they're up to 802 words now. That's incredible.
Talk about unlocking a whole new world of communication.
Right. And their oral fluency and speech engagement.
They're holding conversations for a full 50 minutes now.
Think about it, Douglas. That's like they can discuss an entire tennis match.
With all the play-by-play and color commentary,
And let's not forget about their pronunciation.
their phonetic deviation ratio has improved by 30%.
They're sounding more and more like native speakers every day.
Now that's dedication.
It really is. Now let's dive into the heart of your English lesson, adverbs of manner.
These little words are game changers, Douglas.
They really are. Your notes from Academia BSB that Grammar A2 2025-02 19 Unit 103 Adverbs of Manner.pdf file break it down beautifully.
It's all about adding that extra layer of detail.
Describing how an action is performed. Like he serves powerfully or she returns quickly.
See how those adverbs powerfully and quickly paint a much more vivid picture?
They really do. It's not just about what they're doing, it's about how they're doing it.
Exactly. And your notes do a great job of explaining how to form these adverbs.
Usually you just add lie to an adjective like quick becomes quickly and calm becomes calmly.
But of course, English loves to keep us on our toes.
Right. There are always those tricky irregular forms like good becoming well.
It's all part of fun. And placement matters too.
Sometimes the adverb comes before the verb like he carefully planned his strategy.
And sometimes it comes after, like, she played brilliantly.
The notes even talk about how adverbs can modify other adverbs. It's like a chain reaction of description.
Like incredibly skillfully or dangerously fast.
Those are some serious power words. And don't forget about how adverbs can highlight contrasts.
Right? Like he played aggressively yet remained remarkably composed.
It's like a perfectly balanced equation.
Now, are you ready to see how these adverbs come to life in the articles about João Fonseca?
I am. Let's start with why João Fonseca is making tennis fans excited. That article from the Tennis Times by Ben Rothenberg.
Published on January 28th, 2025, this article really captures why everyone's so buzzing about this kid.
He's only 18 years old and already taken on the best in the world.
And winning. That victory against Andrei Rublev at the Australian Open.
Rublev, a top 10 player, mind you.
Talk about a statement win.
And they highlight his incredible mental toughness in the article, how he stays so calm under pressure.
They even quote him saying, "I felt more nervous than before," but you wouldn't know it from his performance.
Not at all. And remember, he won the Next Gen ATP Finals last year.
That's a tournament for the best players under 21.
Like a glimpse into the future of tennis, and he dominated.
So by the time he got to the Australian Open, everyone had their eyes on him.
And he delivered.
Big time.
And the article does a fantastic job of describing his play and style.
This is where those adverbs really shine. They talk about his powerful forehand, his strong serve, his fast movements.
But he's not just a power player. He's got finesse, too. They mention his tactical awareness and how he uses deft drop shots to catch his opponents off guard.
It's a beautiful blend of power and precision.
And did you notice how they emphasize his calm demeanor? How he stays so focused even in the most intense moments.
They say it's influenced by his upbringing and his meditation practice, even drawing a comparison to Roger Federer.
Talk about high praise. Fonseca is modeling himself after one of the greats.
Not just in skill, but in mindset.
It's like he's found that perfect balance between intensity and inner peace.
And that Douglas is a recipe for success.
Now let's move on to the second article. Brazil's peen star João Fonseca shines at Australian Open.
This one's from the Rio Times, published on January 26, 2025 by Eduardo Cirino.
It takes a slightly different angle, focusing more on the electrifying atmosphere surrounding Fonseca's matches at the Australian Open.
And the incredible support he's getting from Brazilian fans.
It's like the whole country is rallying behind it. They even mentioned how people were lining up to see him play.
Even when a famous champion was playing on another court.
That's saying something.
It really is.
And this article is packed with fantastic quotes from Fonseca himself.
Giving us a glimpse into his thoughts and aspirations.
He talks about dreaming of competing in all the biggest tournaments and believing the sky is the limit.
He even mentions how more and more Brazilians are playing on hard courts now, adopting a more aggressive style.
It's like a shift in the landscape of Brazilian tennis.
And Fonseca's leading the charge. He says, "I myself like to be aggressive."
You can see that confidence in his game.
Absolutely. But even with all the hype and attention, he stays grounded.
He says, I just want to play my best tennis.
That humility is refreshing.
It really is. So we've got these two articles painting a vivid picture of João Fonseca,
One focusing more on his personal journey,
the other on his impact on the tennis world and his home country.
but through both, we see how carefully chosen words, particularly those adverbs,
Shape the narrative and deepen our understanding of this incredible athlete.
It's a masterclass in the power of language.
It really is. Now, Douglas, let's see how these adverbs come to life in some specific examples from the articles.
And we'll explore how those tiny words can have a huge impact on the story. Okay, so remember that quote from Fonseca where he says, "I felt more nervous than before." It's such a simple statement, but
It speaks volumes. It shows he's aware of the pressure he's feeling.
exactly, he's human like the rest of us.
But what sets him apart is how he handles that pressure.
Right. The article says Fonseca stayed powerfully focused throughout the match, even when facing breakpoints.
That word powerfully, it suggests a conscious effort, a deliberate choice to not let the nerves get to him.
He's not just passively focused, he's actively fighting to stay in the zone.
And it works. He doesn't crumble under pressure. He thrives on it.
And then in the second article, when he's talking about the expectations after beating Rublev,
He says people had higher expectations.
again, he acknowledges the pressure but doesn't let it define him.
He's got this incredible ability to stay grounded, to focus on what he can control.
Which is his own performance, and that's where that line, "I just want to play my best tennis," comes in.
That line is pure gold. It's so simple, yet so profound.
It speaks to his maturity, his dedication, his unwavering commitment to his craft.
He's not getting caught up in the hype or the external pressures. He's staying true to his own goals.
And that's a powerful lesson for all of us, Douglas. No matter what challenges you're facing, stay focused on what you can control and give it your all.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier about the shift in Brazilian tennis.
Oh yeah, how the article talks about Brazilians playing more on hard courts now and adopting a more aggressive style.
Right. It's a departure from the traditional clay court style that Brazilian players have been known for.
Think about Guga Curtin. He was the king of clay. But Fonseca and this new generation of players.
They're embracing a different approach, one that's better suited to the faster-paced hard courts.
And Fonseca himself says, "I myself like to be aggressive." You can see that in his game. He's not afraid to dictate the points to take risks.
It's like he's taken the best of both worlds, the finesse of clay court tennis and the power of hard court tennis, and combined them into his own unique style.
Exactly. And I think that adaptability is key in today's game. You can't just specialize in one surface or one style anymore. You got to be versatile.
You got to be able to adjust to different opponents, different conditions.
And Fonseca seems to have that down pat. He's not just a one-dimensional player. He's got the power, the finesse, the mental toughness, and now the adaptability.
He's the total package.
And I bet his commitment to learn English is part of that adaptability, too. It's all connected.
Absolutely. Speaking of connection, Douglas, have you noticed how these articles use specific details and anecdotes to bring Fonseca's story to life?
Oh, yeah. Like that part in the second article where they talk about how he started playing tennis with his grandfather when he was just 5 years old.
It gives you a glimpse into his roots, where his love for the game began.
And then there's that bit about how he used to idolize Roger Federer, even trying to copy his style on the court.
It shows you the power of inspiration, how even the greatest player starts somewhere.
Right. And those little details, they make Fonseca's journey so relatable, so human.
And then there's that incredible description of the atmosphere during his match against Rublev. You could almost hear the crowd roaring, the tension building with every point.
It's like you're right there in the stands.
The power of language, right? It can transport you anywhere.
It really can. Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about those rock stars Mario and Reinaldo.
Those guys are making us proud. Their progress in English is just phenomenal. Remember how we talked about their improved phonetic deviation ratio?
It means they're understanding native speakers more easily and expressing themselves more clearly. Their pronunciation is getting crisper.
They're fine-tuning their instruments, so to speak.
Exactly. And that precision, it makes all the difference in communication. Whether you're discussing a complex point about tennis or just chatting with a fellow fan.
I can just imagine them now analyzing Fonseca's game using all the English terms they've learned.
Debating his chances of becoming #1. It's fantastic to see how far they've come.
It really is, and it's a testament to their hard work and dedication.
And to the power of language. It's opening up a whole new world for them, connecting them with a global community of tennis enthusiasts.
And speaking of deeper engagement, Douglas, let's take a look at a section in your English lesson that ties in perfectly with our discussion of Fonseca ordinal numbers.
Ah, yes, those words we use to indicate position in a sequence, first, second, third, and so on.
Your notes from Academia BSB that Grammar A2 2025-02-19 Unit 103 ordinal numbers.pdf file explain it all.
And it's such an important concept in sports. We're constantly talking about rankings, seedings, who finished in what place.
Imagine trying to follow a tennis tournament without understanding ordinal numbers. It'd be impossible.
Right. And remember how we mentioned Fonseca's current ranking? He's 99th in the world right now.
But he's got his sights set on that #1 spot.
And those order numbers will be key to tracking his progress as he climbs the ranks.
It's a reminder, Douglas, that language isn't just about words. It's about understanding the systems and structures that give those words meaning.
It's like learning the rules of the game. Once you understand the rules, you can appreciate the strategy, the nuances, the excitement at a whole new level.
Well said. Now let's take a look at another section from your English lesson that connects beautifully to our discussion of Fonseca and his journey.
The present continuous tense, it's all about actions that are happening right now.
Like a live tennis match. Your notes from Academia BSB that Grammar A2 2025-0219 Unit 103, present continuous tense.pdf file, do a great job of breaking it down.
So instead of saying he serves, we can say he is serving.
Or instead of the crowd cheers, it's the crowd is cheering. It adds that sense of immediacy, like we're right there in the moment.
Exactly. And it's not just for physical actions. We can use it for mental states and emotions, too.
Like Fonseca's feeling confident or fans are getting excited about his potential.
It paints a picture of something that's unfolding right before our eyes.
And think about how the articles use present continuous tense to describe Fonseca's journey. They say things like, he's rapidly climbing the rankings, he's attracting attention from sponsors, he's inspiring a new generation of Brazilian tennis players.
It shows that his story is still being written, that he's on the move, and there's no telling how high he'll go.
It's like we're witnessing a star in the making. Now, Douglas, let's bring it back to Mario and Reinaldo. Those guys are truly an inspiration. Their progress in English is amazing.
Their dedication is paying off big time. They're understanding those complex articles about Fonseca.
They're expressing their own thoughts and opinions about the game.
And with their improved pronunciation, they can even chat with native English speakers about tennis.
They've become part of a global community of tennis fans. It's incredible.
It really is. And Douglas, as you continue your own English language journey,
remember that you're not just learning grammar and vocabulary. You're developing the tools to explore your passions, connect with others, and experience the world in a whole new way.
Well said. This deep dive has been all about those connections between language and sport, individual effort, and inspiring results, and between us as fellow tennis enthusiasts.
And don't forget, Douglas, you can always go back and review the source material, your English lesson notes, those fantastic articles about João Fonseca, and even those impressive class stats. It's all there in the show notes.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that passion for tennis alive. It's been a pleasure having you with us, Douglas.
And before we sign off, let's remember Academia BSB's motto. It's not only about the language, it's all about communication. Keep those words in mind as you continue your journey. Until next time.
Take care.